This question is in regard to 1090 tax form. I got a job at a chiropractic clinic giving massages for clients. I'm wondering if I have no choice to do a 1099 tax form, which is a self-employment kind of tax. I'm a very young, 20 years of age. I have no certification yet, and 1,125 hours of training underneath my belt. Can you tell me some options to look for, or is this, what else does it say? Sorry. My father, who owns a business, is telling me that the 1099 tax form is going to tax me a lot of money for the job and income I earn. It's really not a problem about money making. It's just I don't want to dig myself in a big hole when I'm trying to help people. I don't rent a booth either, and I don't have contracts with my employer, who is a chiropractic doctor. Please help me out. Well, with 1099, that's again basically a independent contractor. So being an independent contractor, you typically want to make more money per hour, of course, because in the long run, you're gonna have to pay for health insurance and everything else out of your own pocket. So it's basically like you're renting a room, and then you're getting all the money after you pay for the rent. It all depends on, sometimes it's commission, you're making so much commission, and you can be considered independent contractor too. So just make sure you allow so much to incorporate that you're going to purchase health insurance. More likely you're not going to have sick time, so you're going to have to build that into everything then too. But that's why independent contractors in general are paid a little bit more, because but you can write off a lot more things too. But it's my advice to get in touch with an accountant if you are going to go the 1099 route, and they can give you some options and things to look for of things that you can typically write off for your business. Now I know even with basic clothing you could typically write it off, but you have to have the name of the business on your shirt, and you can't write off your pants and shoes unless you need certain kind of clothing for that. But again, check with your accountant, because they can answer those questions a lot better. But with the 1099, make sure you're getting paid what you're worth, because again, you can get hit hard at the end of the year, and you're going to more likely have to pay sales tax. But working in a chiropractic office, it all depends on the state, so you got to check with that too. But if you're working in a chiropractic office, it's considered more medical, and I know in Minnesota you're not having to pay sales tax on that. But if you're working in a spa setting or private business, you're going to have to pay a sales tax for being a massage therapist. So you have to incorporate those kind of things in there then too. But you can either pay quarterly or annually or semi-annually for your sales tax, and you get a sales tax ID number too. But then you can buy things at wholesale price if you're going to sell anything at the chiropractic office. But more likely you're not. But those are just different options that you might have for the 1099. And I myself, when I had my own business, I did the 1099 and had no problems with that. But what I did was I always saved about 40% out of whatever I made, and I just put that in a savings account for for next year when it comes time to taxes. So typically people might even do just 30% to save for taxes, but I did 40% because I had another job besides that, so I could have a little bit of leeway. But at the end of the year, then you can do those kind of things. But again, you can do your taxes even twice a year if you're thinking you're going to be making a lot of money, so then you don't get screwed at the end of the year. But again, it's always a good idea to put aside so much when you're doing your own taxes that way. Because if you are going to work for somebody and you're not going to do the 1099, it's going to be a little bit easier to have to worry about that as much, but typically you're not going to be making as much then. So that's just my opinion on that. And again, your dad is somewhat right, but just make sure you're getting paid what you're worth, and make sure you save money each month, because again, at the end of the year you're going to have to pay your taxes on. Okay. And any other comments, questions, or anything else, or people that have run into this kind of situation, leave in the comment section below. Thanks.